What is good, y'all, man? So today I am finally, you could say this is my offensive ebook, basically. I don't know what we want to call it, right? Do I want to say I have an ebook? I just play Madden. I'm showing you what I run. So you know what? We're just gonna call my ebook basically today. I'm gonna be showing y'all what I run, breaking it down because a lot of people lately on Twitch they've been asking me, and I could make it like a sub ebook type of thing, but I'm not really gonna do that to y'all. You know what I mean? I just want y'all, if y'all fuck me on there, you can hit that sub button. I like to bring this kind of shit over to YouTube because a lot more people on YouTube than I have on Twitch. So yeah, we are in the Seattle Seahawks offensive playbook, and when you go to the practice field, by the way, I would recommend using the Tampa Bay Bucks because you're definitely gonna want to use hot route master, so you can have all those adjustments and shit. And after I'm done showing you everything I run, I'm gonna show you my abilities on offense too, so you can, like, if you really want to mimic my offense, right? So first I'm gonna show you because I only run 2 formations, then I'm gonna show you like what I do when I get down to like the 5-yard line type shit, right? So only 2 formations you got to worry about. Like I said, Seahawks playbook, ace offset, and gun bunch. That is all I run. So first we're gonna break down this ace offset because this is something you don't see a whole lot, and it could be really good if you know what I mean, if you know what you're doing there, right? So let's get into it, right? First thing we always want to do, we want to do our audibles, right? So let's go ahead. First play you want to do, you want to go ahead right here, get this read option play. Next up, you want to get PA read. This is you're gonna like that play a lot, trust me. Then you want to get Z spot. And last, you want to get the 0-1 trap. And then you can come to the line whatever play you want. I usually just hit a random play, right? I do have another remote, but it's dead right now, so I can't really use the defense, but it's not a big deal. In this case, what's the coverage we see a lot? You see a lot of, like, last gen you see a lot of man. Next gen, we'll just have them come out of man. Damn, they don't have like nickel normal on. Okay, what happened? They got 55 wide. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is usually what I come out in, right? So I'm gonna break it all down right now. Obviously the read option, I don't really have to break this down a whole lot, right? It's your choice, if you want to take it or run with it, right? I mean, it's not a boom. Oh, look at time. Ooh, look at time. That's legit. But yeah, the read option, I'm not gonna go into depth about the runs, you know what I mean? You know how to run this shit, right? PA read, I'm gonna show you every adjustment I make out of this play, right? So this is the first way you could do the play, right? This is a really cheap, like if you're running the ball really good out of this formation, your opponent's on his toes, what you could do is X, you want to go put X, put him on a drag. But like this is when when you're getting up to the line, you can make that one quick adjustment before you have to like wait to do your other adjustments, and you can quick snap it like this and let the play rock just like this. Boom, bam, catch him on his toes. Someone's gonna be open. If he's definitely not expecting that shit, someone's gonna be open. Either it's gonna be your other tight end coming over on the crosser, or it's gonna be your other tight end on that drag. And look, if neither of them open, you got the post over top. That's just a really good play to just like boom. This is a good quick snap play. Hit him with it and quick snap it. Don't run this like stock. Now, these are the adjustments you want to make if you want to run the legit play, right? That's the quick snap play, catch him on his toes type shit. This is the other adjustments I actually make out of the play when I'm running for real. So you're running back R1. You want to put him on a flat route. Like I said, hopefully you have hot route master, or you have like backfield master, tight end apprentice, because you're going to need at least those either. If you don't have hot route master, you're going to need either backfield master or tight end apprentice, right? You want to put the running back on a flat, and then your right receiver, Godwin circle. You want to put him on a slant, so it looks something like this. This shit is nasty. This is really, and I mean, it's really hard to defend this shit right here. I mean, it's like, where do we start, right? Let me see Howard real quick. Can I put him on a better cross? No, okay, looks the same. All right, so the play look like this. You got a lot of options. Obviously, right now they're in man coverage, so we can just pick the defense apart. You know me, I love hitting my my tight end on the drag, because for me that's Vernon Davis. So like I said, I'll set it up one more time, right? A lot of my plays, bro, it's just up to you to read the coverage and make the right read, right? I'm giving you the plays, I'll give you the way to set it up. Now you got to make the right read. Me, you know what I mean? Like right now they're man coverage, right? This really works against every coverage. Like cover three, you know how when the purples are trying to get to the sideline for the crossing routes, if you throw the ball at the right time, you can beat that cover three purple to the sideline every time. But you got to be perfect on your timing with the throw. Same thing with cover two. It's all about the timing. It's all about the timing of the routes and shit. You know what I mean? So the other way I like to set this play up is you kind of do it the opposite way. So triangle on a drag, and then X, your other tight end, you put him on a what's it called? A what is this shit called? A crosser. But then circle, what I do with him actually is boom, I put him on a drag, and then the running back, I put him on a block and release hook. So that's down if you have backfield master, hot route master. So it looks something like this. So switch up. This is the other way I set this play up. It works really good if you're killing him with the drag with the tight end on your X tight end. Then like when you hit him with the other side with it, it's gonna smoke and shit. He not gonna see this shit coming. Like boom, he's gonna be like, what, are you kidding me? Damn. In a real game, if that's man coverage, he'll get ass smoked. Like he's not keeping up with him like that. Like we'll set it up again. Boom, look something like this. Good play. No, this is not the last way we're setting this up. There's a lot of different ways we can set this up, don't worry. But I only do this like when they're what's it called, like when he's expecting the play to go one way and then you switch it up and hit him the other way. That's how I do it. All right, next play we're gonna set this little thing out is we're gonna put triangle on a crosser. He's obviously already on a crosser, but the running back, right, you want to put him on a Texas route, angle route, whatever you want to call it. And then the tight end, I'm gonna put him on a drag route. And then Mr. Godwin, the left receiver, we're just gonna put him on one of these what is this called actually? A smart smoke screen route. So you see how he's just sitting right there? Because in certain coverages, I know in the old cover three, I don't think cover three still playlists like this, at least on next gen. If you would put someone on a smoke screen, that deep blue list will be running backwards the corner. Like if he's pressed up on him, he would just stay in there with him. I swear to God, it was the nastiest shit ever. Now I'm pretty sure they'll run backwards, but yeah, it's a good way to kind of like beat cover two. You know, if you get the timing right on the crosser. It just, man coverage if you don't want people cluttered everywhere, right? So you can run a little play like this, right? You know what I mean? Just boom, right? Crosser's wide open. You see how there's no clutter over there now? It's just shit like that, right? Like I said, it's all about making the reads. It's just just making the reads, bro. Just a little something like this, boom. Brady drops back. He got a dot. Boom. All right, let's show you the next way to set this up. It's kind of similar to this, but it's a little different. So this time what we're going to be doing is what are we doing? Okay, yeah. So this time what we're doing, this other way I'm going to show, I run this a lot. So what I'll do is two tight end crossers, boom. They're both on crossers, and then the running back on a little running back on a flat route, and then the right receiver on this side circle, you want to put him on a drag route. Boom, looks something like this. This shit is also really hard to defend. I run this shit right here a lot. It's so hard to defend, bro. It's like, fuck, who do we stick? Who do we stick? The only issue is with it sometimes when your players get bumped, but I mean that there's nothing you can really do about that, you know what I mean? So like I said, looks something like this. This shit so hard to defend, bro. It's gonna come down to them making a really good user play to stop that shit. I'll be real with you. They're gonna have to make a really good user play to shut that shit down. And I think there's one more yes, there's one more. So I will run. Okay, so for the last way to set this play up is you want to have triangle on a drag, so the left tight end, running back on a Texas route or angle route, whatever you call it, and then your right tight end, which is X, you just want to streak him, and then over here, who's a circle, your right receiver, you want to post route him, and then the left guy, which is Mike whoever your left receiver is square, you just want to slant him, boom. Looks something like this. I mean, a lot of the shit we run here, boys, is gonna be really hard to defend. This right here, another nasty combination. All right, boom. Bam. It is hard. Like I said, you definitely want to have hot route master if you're running my offense. I know I talk down on it a lot, but the main reason was because I just felt like it was for like people that just can't scheme things, which I still believe. Like if you use it in a way to where your plays are still not really being used, you know what I mean? Then yeah, but the main reason I really use it for is tight end apprentice and the backfield master. That's the main reason I use it. My outside receivers, I barely ever hot route them. Out of all the formations, out of everything we just showed you to use this shit, that was the only time we used it to, you know, change someone's route. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this play now. So now we're gonna switch it up and go over to Z spot. And I'll be honest with you, there's only one way I only have one way I set this play up. So what you want to do is you want to put X on a out route, boom. The right receiver, circle. You want to put him on a slant, and then your running back, you want to put him on a blocker release hook. Straight up like this. This is the play. That's the only. Or sometimes if you want to, you could put the left receiver on a post route. That's up to you though. So it could be something like this. That's up to you though. I kind of like him on the in route though. And this play is just to make like a quick read. If you know one of your tight ends on the out route's going to get open, and if they don't get open, you got the slant, you got the deep in route, you got the little hitch route from your running back. There's so many reads you can make here, right? Now look at this, Mike Evans, blah, wide open, right? The way I run my plays is, bro, you have your first reads, but if they don't get open, you have other things that are going to be open too. That's the way I like to run my offense, you know what I mean? Keep shit simple. So boom, look something like this. All right, that's, like I said, it's the only way I set this play up. So we're not gonna go too deep into that. That's just, you know, if you really want some quick shit. The other play is the 0-1 trap. This run play is very good. So like I said, I'm not gonna go into depth on a fucking run play. You know what I mean? I'm just not gonna do that. But the read option 0-1 trap, two very good run plays. We'll leave those to that. So that's my ace offset. That took 12 minutes to explain. We haven't even got the bunch yet. All right, over to gun bunch. Let's set up our audibles here. The first play you're going to want to get is bunch trail. Next, you're going to want to get tight end hook. And you would like to get mesh post. And last but not least, you want to get the flood. The flood definitely does not work like it used to on last gen, but you know, I still gotta have it. And you always want to make sure you come out in the read option play. Always come out in that play, because that is a big play. Definitely want to make sure you come out that. I'm gonna have the AI come out of man coverage again, just because the read option, it's a very good play, right? It's a fucking read option, especially at a bunch. Some people don't see that shit coming. You could either run the handoff or just a straight up read option. Like it's a really good play to have, bro. Trust me, y'all are gonna y'all fuck with that. All right, let's get to the basics. Y'all know I run this bunch trail a whole lot, so let's get into it. There are so many different combinations you can do out of this. I'm gonna try to get to all of them, but there's a lot, and you gotta bear with me. There is so fucking many, so you need to listen closely. You gotta listen up, because out of this one play, the amount of adjustments I have, we could be here for days, because I freestyle, right? So let's get into it. Let's go into something just really basic first, right? First up, just a quick adjustments. If you know you have the flats available to you and you can hit the flats, you want to hit something quick, right? What we're going to do is we're going to put the running back on a flat route. Boom, looks something like that. And then your receiver all the way to the right, which is circle for me. You just want to put him on a little flat route. Or if you don't like flat routes, what you can do is you can put him on an out route, which I do sometimes because I feel like out route's a little weird. But in this case, we'll put him on a flat route. And then your tight end, I usually never have my tight end on this actual trail route. If I ever want him to have something deep over the middle, I'll put him on a crosser. So in this case, we'll put him on a crosser, and the play will look something like this, right? If you know you have the flats available to you, hit the flats. If not, you have other options here. You know what I mean? So boom, here we go. All right, and covers, the flats are bagged. All right, for me, that's Vernon Davis over the middle. That might even be a touchdown, right? You get the point there, right? I'll show you that one more time. Boom, boom. And it looks something like this, right? Something really easy. And if this is man coverage in this case, the people you want to be looking at is post route if you have time to throw it, which you probably won't, because I know how my line is. So you really want to look for the tight end or Godwin, tight end or the Godwin, the slot receiver or your tight end. If that's man coverage and you run this play in that situation, right? Yeah, all right. Now let's go into the next adjustment right here. This is where things get sticky because there's so many combinations, right? So the next adjustment I'm going to show you is right. What we're going to be doing here is you want to put your running back on just a little a swing right, something underneath like that. Then you want to put the tight end on a crossing route like that, and then you want to circle, who is the guy right here, right? Your receiver all the way to the right, Antonio Brown. You want to motion him to the left and just put him on a little hitch route. Boom, something like this. This is another thing that it's just really hard to stop, right? Because it's just boom, get to the line. Almost every time that running back on that little in route is gonna be open. If you see the user's not playing it and you throw it early, like when you're supposed to throw it, it's gonna be open almost every time, right? We could show you one more time, right? Boom. Like I said, a lot of these plays I run, I make it to where you have lots of options, right? If the number one isn't open, look to the second read. You know, that's the way I run my offense. You know what I mean? If the first thing isn't open, you're gonna have other options. I know a lot of people do it to where they scheme one guy to get open. I do that occasionally, do it sometimes, but I like to have it to where I have a lot of people that could possibly get open, right? And it look a little something like this, right? You have options. You have options. You know what I'm saying? You have options. You got to find that guy that is open. If you know me, you watch me a lot. I throw to Vernon Davis a lot. I would recommend you have a good tight end, because your tight end on that crosser, man, it's gonna win you games. I can't tell you how many games I've won with Vernon Davis on that crossing route. Right. All right. Next adjustment we're gonna be showing you is tight end. You want to put him on a drag route. So it looks like that. And then your running back, you want to put him on a Texas route, angle route, like I said, whatever you call it. And then what you want to do is the outside receiver, which is circle, put him on like a little out route. So this play looks a little something like that. Now, if you're on last gen, I would say motion him out and hike this in motion. If you're on next gen, it's up to you if you want to motion them out. I feel like when you motion people out and they try to do their routes on next gen, it's really funky. Like I can show y'all. Like boom. See how funky that looked? It looked really weird, right? And that's just basically what the play looks like, right? Show y'all it again. It like I said, I'm giving y'all the play art. I'm giving you the play. I'm showing you it. You know, you gotta make the read now. It's up to you. I can't help you from here on out. You have to make the read. I'm giving you the plays, right? I'm giving you the adjustments. These are really good plays. I run them myself, right? If I'm getting at least 18 wins in weekend league with these, you know they work. So you can't sit there and bash and say, oh, these don't work, because they do. And I know I'm not really showing you a lot of throws to that deep post, right? That left deep post, that will get open, right? I'm talking about the left receiver all the way to the left. That deep post, really good route. It will, if they're in cover 2 and they don't have a deep blue in the middle, right? And there's just nothing in the middle, it'll burn it. If they're in man coverage and you have time to throw that ball, it will burn it. Cover 3, it will work if they're right deep blue, right? The corner that's supposed to be on the right deep blue is not run all the way back, and you have time for your receiver to get all the way to the right side of the field, it will burn it, right? So just putting y'all onto some game there. You will need time to throw that ball, and a lot of times I don't, because my line just doesn't block. But when it could get open, right? So we'll show this one off again. Boom. Ooh, Godwin cooked on that corner route tech. Imagine route tech working. That shit was hot. They're out of sacks, you know how it is. But all right, now the next adjustment we are going to show y'all is we're gonna put the tight end on a crosser, running back on an angle route, and you want to put the right receiver on an out route. Boom, and it looks something like this. This is another play that is really good. That I definitely don't run as much as I used to, but it is definitely really good. Right, I'll show it again, and I'll show you another adjustment you can make out of that same adjustment play, right? So boom, looks something like this, right? Angle route from the running back, crosser from the tight end, out route to the receiver to the right. Boom. I'll show it again. And now I'm about to show you another adjustment you can make out of that same like adjustment play, right? So running back on the angle route, tight end on the crosser. Instead of putting the receiver all the way to the right on the out route, you want to motion him to the left and put him on a hitch route, it will look something like this. And then, but wait, there's more. Then the slot receiver, you want to put him on the out route, so it looks something like this. Or if you really want to, you could also put him on a hitch route. Like I said, this is where it gets really adjusty, and it's really up to you. In this case, we're gonna put him on out route, but yeah, it looks something like this. Boom. That out route fried right there. I could have hit the out route, but you know what I mean, I could have hit it. In a situation, you always want to look to the flats first in bunch. It just in anything period. If you have routes to the flat, you always want to look there first. That's where your eyes need to be first, the flats, before anywhere else. You know what I mean? Because if you have that open right there, you look there to see is the flat open now. Boom. Then you look. You know what I mean? Unless you know you have something open, right? All right. The next adjustment we are gonna do here is your receiver all the way to the right. Motion him to the right. Put him on a streak. Tight end. Put him on a flat route. Running back. Put him on an angle route. Boom. And the play looks a little something like this. Basically, you want to try to scheme to get the corner route open. Now, I know in cover 2, this can work like occasionally, right? It depends how the cloud flat's gonna play. If the cloud flat, if the cloud flat goes to, if you roll out right, and the cloud flat goes to play the flat, you can hit the corner route, right? Obviously, if cover 3, if his flats are not adjusted properly, you can hit the corner route, right? And man coverage, you know, if your receiver beats the man coverage, then the corner route will be open. So, you know what I mean? In this situation, the corner route was open, but it's kind of hard to, because usually on that corner route, you want to usually try to roll out to the right. So I'll show you what else you can do to help you roll out there, right? All right, so we got our adjustments to help you roll out to the right. What you could do in this occasion, since he's running 35 wide, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pass block our running back. We're gonna double team the end to the right, and we're gonna ID this guy on the end, right? So it'll help us roll out, boom, right? And we can hit that corner. Yo, don't run my offense if you have Tom Brady. Do not run my offense if you have Tom Brady. Jesus Christ, what in the fuck? Like I said, double team the guy on the right. ID the guy on the left, so your running back can hit him. Roll out. There you go, right? Because that throw you kind of want to roll out when you do it. And yeah, just something simple like that. All right, now there's so many things. I'm trying to think of everything, guys. Just give me a second. What have we not covered real quick? Okay, here's something really good for like third and shorts and just situations like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the tight end on a drag, running back on an angle route. The slot receiver, you want to put him on a hitch route, and not the tight end, receiver to the right, you want to put him on an out route. So the play looks something like this. Basically, if it's a short down situation, right, you have a lot of options. If he doesn't cover that drag, the drag should be wide open. If he's not playing if the flats are not being played, out route should be open, right? You got the drag over top. Hell, don't forget you got the post over top. And if you see you got the hitch open off the rip, hit that hitch. So this is just a quick third down situation. You need to get the ball out. Oh, look at that. Boom. Damn, Lenny. Come on, Lenny. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was kind of bad. Let me run that back real quick. I mean, like I said, I only run this in like really short down situations. This is the play, right? Running back angle route, tight end drag, slot receiver on a hitch. Like I said, if you're on last gen, you always want to motion this out route out. On next gen, I just feel like they run them so fucking like funky and shit, right? Boom, hit the hitch route right there. I want to say that's it for the adjustments at a bunch trail. I want to say that's it. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but like I said, I freestyle my offense. There's so much to do out of it. We'll leave bunch trail at that. Let's head over to tight end hook. There's only 2 adjustments I make out of this. The first one, what you want to do is tight end, you want to streak him. This receiver to the left, Mike Evans, you want to drag him. And the running back, you want to put him on a flat route. Then you want to motion the receiver all the way to the right, which is circle. Antonio Brown, motion him. Obviously hiking in motion. Boom, and the play looks something like this. Bam. Y'all got a block for me. This is like a real game for me. Jesus Christ. All right, let's set it up again. Right, boom, tight end on the streak, running back on a flat, left receiver on a drag, motion this guy over. Oh my, why is he running? Okay, in this situation, we are going to pass block the running back. Because for some reason, this idiot is just like running in free after me every fucking time. All right, so if that's happening, just, I don't know why. Pass block your running back. I shouldn't have to explain that to you. All right, so boom. Now we have time, wide open. Damn, Brady threw that behind him like shit. Cunningham would never do that. Right, so you see, now let me explain the play, right? Let me explain it. The reason this tight end's on a streak is it's trying to help open up some of the shit over the middle. And sometimes like I have Vernon Davis, he'll just be wide open. Like if it's a single safety over top, if you lead throw it to a certain side, like let's say you lead throw it to the right because there's just nobody over there, you'll have a touchdown. Like say you gotta have a fast tight end now, and yeah, that's just. And then these routes right here, these little funky like inward looking routes, they just get open, bro. They just fry, as you can see, right? Sometimes they take a little bit to develop, they might, but you have time, bro, it's worth it. All right, and the other adjustment I make is basically tight end on a flat, running back on a flat, left receiver on a streak, and it just looks a little something like this, you know what I mean? Nothing crazy. I'm gonna have to get the ball out fast because this idiot just keeps rushing me for some reason. I don't know why, they're just in bad coverage. So yeah, those are basically the adjustments out of a tight end hook. Not a whole lot. Mesh post, I have two adjustments I make out of this. So the first one, the left receiver, we're gonna streak him. The running back, we're gonna flat him. The tight end, I'm gonna put it on an out route and not a flat route because I just feel like the out route gets open better than the flat route. At least on next gen. On last gen, I'd probably say leave him on the flat. And then the slot, you want to motion him over, put him on a slant. Play looks something like this, right? Tight end on a out route, running back on a flat, motion slant, streak route on the left. And yeah, or even if you have hot route master, what you can really do is just also put square on a post route. That's completely up to you. That's actually probably what I'm gonna start doing now that I have hot route master. The boom, play looks something like this. Bam. Now when you're throwing that that right post route, it's gonna take some timing. You're gonna throw some picks on that. I'm telling you right now, y'all are gonna throw some picks on that shit. Because here's the thing, it gets open a lot, but you have to know when to throw it. Most of the time when that throw, you have to lowball it, or if you don't, you have to throw it at the right time because it's really funky the way it gets open, but it gets open. It's hard to explain unless you run it. You'll know what I'm talking about. You guys are gonna probably throw some picks off the rip on that play, but it's all right because I mean, once you get the timing down on that play, it's really good. But yeah, right. I'm trying to do it again. Right, boom. Oh man, you gotta block for time, baby. Come on, man. Come on. But yeah, and the other adjustment I make out of mesh post is you leave Evans on the drag. Your running back, you put him on a block and release hook, and then the tight end, you streak him. Motion the slot over for the motion slant, and yeah, it just looks a little something like this. Just a little something like this. Boom. Can Brady make that throw? He cannot make that. All right, so those are basically the adjustments out of mesh post. I'll show that last one more time real quick. All right, boom. Or actually, I don't even, you could even put Godwin on a post, so it could be like a double post. I put him on a slant, but now that I have hot route master, I might start putting him on a post. And this is just for this is just for the second adjustment out of mesh post. For the other adjustment, make sure you always have him on a motion slant. But for this other adjustment, if you want, you could put him on a post. I'm not going to show y'all that. I'm going to show y'all the slant just because that's what I do. So yeah, we'll leave it like that, right? We'll leave it at that, right? Boom. Dot. Cool. All right. Now the last play that I run out of bunch, the good old flood. If you were on last gen, you probably already know about the bunch flood. Y'all know I loved it. Next gen, definitely don't run it as much. Really, just because the out route is just so funky the way it runs. But I'm still gonna show y'all it. So basically, the first adjustment I make out of it, the receiver right here, all the way to the right, flat route him, tight end, put him on a crosser, and the running back, put him in the flat. So boom, it looks something like this, right? Boom. Now the goal is to obviously always try to hit this out route, which obviously works there, but a lot of times cover two with Dame doesn't work no more, just because the funky way he runs it, there's no timing damn near on that throw anymore. So like I don't know, bro. I don't run it as much as I used to, but there is times when it works, right? And the other adjustment you can make out of the same play is putting the running back on the check and release hook, the little hitch or whatever. You could leave it like that. That's another way you could do it. Another way to run the flood. Boom. Dang, his route tick didn't work there. They just said fuck it. Okay. Another way to run the flood, really just the stock play, just except instead of just hiking it stock, motion circle out wide like this, and then boom, right? A lot of, you know, oh my god, he boy don't block. Why the fuck does he keep rushing in there every fucking play, right? Like I said, it's a stock play. I'm not gonna go into depth on that. Or what you could also do is circle, put him on a slant, and just straight up motion him to the right, and then boom, hike it like that, right? What a throw, what a throw, what a throw, what a throw, right? I'm trying to think, what else do I do at a bunch? Oh, actually, you could do that. You could do that same thing, but instead of a motion slant to the right, you could do a motion post route. That's actually, I've been doing that a lot lately. Just motion him to the right, put him on a post route, boom. A little something like that, a little something like that. He wide open. Look at that, look at that. He wide. Yo, Brady sucks. Don't use his idiot in regs. Okay, want to say that's about it at a bunch. Yeah, that's about it. Well, actually, no. There's one more adjustment at a bunch. So I do this a lot in the red zone, right? At about the 10 to 5 yard line, come out in bunch, and then you want to hurry up and audible out to gun empty quarterback draw. This is only for next gen. Sorry, last gen quarterback draw obviously doesn't work for y'all. Quarterback draw does work on next gen. I do this in the red zone. Just come out in bunch, hurry up and audible out the QB draw, and just, you know what I mean? Spice it up. Look, if Brady could do it, you could do it. If Brady could do it, you could do it. Come on now, right? And I just I know where gun empty's at because I used to do it all the time on last gen, so I can audible to it really quick. You definitely want to try to audible to it quick, catch your opponent off guard with it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much it for bunch. The last thing I'm just going to show y'all is what I run at about the 5, which that quarterback draw is one of them. You want to go over the I form, H wing, and halfback stretch is really, you just want to come out on that. Have the defense come out of Mike Blitz 0. You just want to come out on this, and then depending on what your opponent's in, just either audible to halfback ISO, or you could just, you know, run the slant. It's really up to you. It doesn't matter, right? This is what I usually run. Once I get to about the 5, maybe the 3, you know what I mean? Something like this. So yeah, that's basically, that's my offense, obviously. Now, let me show you the abilities I run on offense real quick, because that is obviously going to help y'all knowing, like, you know what I mean? Let me just show y'all my abilities. All right, so we're here at my offensive lineup. Now, you do not have to copy my exact lineup like with players. The abilities, though, I would probably say you want to somewhat, you know what I mean? Kind of do that. On my tight end, I have matchup nightmare. Now, in this situation, if you do not have hot route master, if you don't have hot route master on your quarterback, on your tight end, you're probably gonna want to scratch matchup nightmare, and you're gonna want to put tight end apprentice so you can put them on those crossers and shit, right? But if you already have hot route master, matchup nightmare, and the main reason I have matchup nightmare is it's basically like a route tech. And it seems like it activates every fucking time. And his catching is really good on it. So yeah, it's like just I can vouch that it's really good, right? Obviously I have Randall Cunningham, so really you only need to worry about, you obviously gunslingers, they must, right? Y'all know this. And hot route master, it's not a must, right? You don't need it. If you have backfield master and tight end apprentice and you don't want to use hot route master, perfectly fine. You don't have to use hot route master. But I have roaming deadeye, hot route master, and gunslinger. Like I said, I have Randall Cunningham. You don't have if you don't need roaming deadeye, but you know, sometimes I throw in a run. I'm a crazy guy. I never know what I'm gonna do, so I kind of need it. I have identifier. It doesn't matter who you put identifier on. Just make sure whoever you put it on gets it for 1 AP. Make sure that. So I have identifier on Larry Allen. You know, I like to see what my opponent's using, right? It helps out a lot. And then I have 2 edge protectors, right, on my 2 tackles, left tackle, right tackle. I have Tristan. I just picked up Tristan Wirfs. I cannot vouch if he's good or not. You know, pop out in the stream and I could let you know. I don't know yet. And I still have the Brickshaw Ferguson, which the weekend League Wars tomorrow. Don't worry, that man will be gone. So yeah, right. And like I said, if you don't have hot route master on your running back, you definitely want to put backfield master and tight end apprentice on your tight end. If you don't have hot route master, right, it'll be probably like 4 AP total depending on what running back you have. But yes, so yeah, those are my abilities. The best way to take advantage of your offense. Yeah, I gave you all the keys. You know, it's up to you to start the car and, you know what I mean, do your thing with it, right? So I will be dropping a defensive ebook. I was gonna drop it tomorrow. I might wait till Wednesday because the defensive ebook is a lot harder for me to explain because I freestyle the offense. I just gave you a lot of shit I freestyle with. Defense, I really freestyle. Like, it's like every game is something new. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, man. Fuck with your boy, man. If you have not already, man, make sure y'all go follow me over at Twitch. The link is in the description. It's the same thing as my YouTube, That Bull Chris. You can't miss me. There's no excuse not to be there. If you fuck with me, make sure y'all pop out, man. And your boy out.